What up, internet? It's cold. I just sneezed on my way out to the car, and a snot the size of a cherry tomato came out and hit the deck. Yeah, baby. Just thought I'd give you that little tidbit of information. I believe that classifies as too much information, but fuck it. Alright, so I'm gonna do a video on this whole tragedy that happened in Ohio with all these big cats being killed. You know, I got into a pretty big debate with some friends on Facebook about it, and I know that there's pretty much a conflicting opinion about it, but really, like, the end message that they keep saying on TV is that, well, they keep having these wildlife experts on TV, and it's like, well, it's the officers did what they had to do at the moment, and this is how I feel about it. If I was in the situation that those cops were in, would I have shot the tigers? I would have shot the tigers if it was posing an imminent threat to me. I mean, it's in my opinion that these tigers are more important than people. And I hate to have to say that so bluntly, but, I mean, we only have about 1,500 of these Bengal tigers left in the world, and most of them are in the United States, as far as from what I've read. And now I already see, like, in 2 days, the Ohio governor signed a new law pertaining wildlife in people's homes and blah, blah, blah. This is just a problem stemming from another fucking problem. These people, they have these big cats on their property because, I mean, probably for a whole bunch of reasons, but I think that the largest reason is because they care, and they're trying to provide a safe haven for these animals, because they know, just like I know, that these animals don't have a natural habitat really anymore. In their natural habitat, there's people who will just kill them and sell their coats just to make enough food to feed their family for, whatever, a couple months. So, I mean, these animals are endangered. They're not, it's not like a squirrel or something that there's just billions of them. This is a problem. We have a big problem, and it just stems from the other problem of people, human beings, being ignorant and not giving a shit about anything but themselves. And that's the deal. Did they have to kill those cats? I guess, the situation, yeah, it sucks, but the way we have the country set up and the way we have these laws, unfortunately, that fucking jerk off that had those cats, for some strange reason, I still can't understand the type of mentality that he had, letting them all out before he killed himself, because he had to know what was going to happen. I mean, I don't know, maybe he thought they were going to take a few people out, and that's what he was hoping for. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that I would never have done that. I would have never put myself or those animals in that situation. If he was going to off himself, that's one thing. Go handle your business in the shed or something, but you don't do that. You don't put all those animals in jeopardy like that, because they didn't know what was going on. All they know is, oh shit, now I can go out and play. Next thing they know, it's, they're all dead. And then as far as the state of Ohio goes, and any state that is permissible to have these weapons, I mean, it would be I would think, and again, you could probably trace this back to money. Like, this is a money problem, because it should be that if you were going to allow people to have these animals, which I believe that people should be able to have them, but this is what goes along with my theory on like animal hoarders and stuff. There should be state funding, and there should be groups that are set up to help with this kind of a thing. If a zoo can build a enclosure that can hold these animals using concrete and layers of fencing and all that, then so can anybody else. All it takes is money. It takes community donations or whatever. Not even community donations. It takes money, right? Wherever the money comes from. But I just think that there should be enough people, right, in any given area, right, that they should care about these animals. I mean, they should have some kind of a community meeting and say, look, you know, if I were to do it, be like, look, my name's Mike, I live at so-and-so, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to take these animals to make sure that they have a home, because as we know that there's not many in the wild, you know, and just try to get people involved and get the community to donate enough money to make the proper enclosure to have them, so you can have these things in an area and they can live, you know. And then at the same time, you make the state officials and the county officials aware. Look, assholes, we have some big cats here, okay? So you're gonna want to make a little bit of a modification to what you have there. You know, you have guns and you have fucking tasers and nightsticks and mace and all this shit to beat the people up, right? Maybe we got to keep some tranq guns available. We got to get some medicine for them, and we also have to have like a special truck, you know, like one of those safari type trucks that like has cages on it. And then what you do is you go and you just start darting the motherfuckers immediately. You know, I understand that we had a time constraint. It was late. We didn't know what else to do. Yeah, you know, it was a combination of just really bad things that happened with this. You know, I mean, can you blame those cops? You know, no, I don't know. I can't in good conscience really blame them, but I just think they're all morons. You know, they're all just backwards morons who didn't see the lurking problem there and do any proactive thing to try to maybe stop it or help it and say, look, you know, this is not the right situation here. Like, if any one of these things get out, it's gonna be a problem, dude. So we need to like maybe do a little like work here to try to fix it. You know, there's no proactive stuff, you know. And maybe the guy that had the cats was a big asshole. I don't know. I mean, they said that he was in jail before, but you know, I mean, if he had that many animals on his property and he was taking care of them for that long, I would think the guy genuinely cared about him and was trying to help, trying to do something good for him. You know, and maybe he just got so fed up with nobody giving a shit, no one wanting to help, and no one caring, you know, that he maybe needed help with, you know, keeping up with the property or something. And then everyone will say, oh, well, it's his fucking fault, and start in with that bullshit. But it's like, all right, well, again, if everybody gave a shit, this wouldn't have happened, you know. It would not have happened. It's a very fixable or preventable problem, you know. And now it seems to me like they're just going to start making it harder and harder for people to do what this guy did and have these enclosures where animals can fucking live in peace without worry of some fuckface shooting them. Sorry for all the F-bombs. I'm really going to try to make an attempt to stop cursing so much, but they just fly out when I get mad. It's just like I know it's anti-cursing coalition. So, yeah, that's it, man. This is just something that I didn't really want to make a video on first because it is a very sensitive subject to me. I mean, I'm an animal activist. I want to attack people when I see them hurting animals. I don't really even think twice with that. I just feel so bad for what we're doing to all animals. It's just so horrible, and people are so blind and ignorant to it all over, everywhere, from what people eat, to what we do to stray cats and dogs, to what we do to these cows and pigs and these fucking factory farms. It's horrible. It's horrible, 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 and it ends up hurting all of us. So, I mean, it's one of those things where I just don't understand the level of ignorance that you actually have to partake in this stuff. You know, and I know it's not all easy fixes, but it is fixable stuff. So, I don't know, this was probably a ramble rant. It's Sunday morning. So that's it. This is my thoughts on the escaping of all those wild animals in Ohio, and just some other thoughts kind of blended in. Just wish everybody cared more. If everybody cared more, you know, and I'm not saying we all got to run around and be like, I love you, you know, and I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if we all cared a little bit more about everybody, we would all be in a better place. Everything would be better. You know, it would just be better. So that's it. Again, Sunday morning, it's cold. And just subscribe if you want, if you like the channel, if you support it. I genuinely appreciate it. I check my phone every morning to see how many people subscribed, like a fiend. But yeah, you know, thumb the video up, thumb it down if you have some disagreements. If you got a video response, hit it up, and hit the comment section. Peace.